Welcome friends to my channel Trading Sensation. Today I'm going to show you the chart of US dollar index. So I have just typed DXY in TradingView and this is the monthly chart. You can see that it is showing 1M, so it's the monthly chart. Now the interesting thing that I want to tell you is that when this dollar falls on chart, our currency, that is Indian rupee, also falls on chart. That means when dollar gets weak, our currency gets strong because our currency is pegged against US dollar, correct? So when dollar index comes down, our Indian rupee gets appreciated and that is good for the economy. And when dollar index gets strong, then our currency, that is Indian rupee, gets depreciated. It gets weakened and that is bad for the economy, correct? Now the beautiful thing that I want to show you on the chart is in this TradingView we have the chart from 1985. So I have just drawn few trend lines, nothing else. And in the lower panel I have put RSI, that is Relative Strength Index. Now in this chart you see that from the high of 1985 I have drawn this red colored line which is coming down, downward sloping, correct? Now in this year, that is 2nd March 20, this is the monthly chart. So in March 2020 it has touched the high, it has touched the trend line. The high of this candle, you see, it just touched the trend line and since then it came down. So you can understand the strength or the validity of this trend line. So this is of how many years, my friends? This is starting from 1985. So it means it is 15 years plus 20 years. That means 35 years old trend line. And on the other hand, the beautiful thing is it also has a support on the downside. And the support starts from 2008 March or April, you can say. So I have drawn another trend line. Let me just change the color of this trend line to say green. So this green is, you can see that it is an upward sloping trend line and presently it is taking support just at the, on the verge of this trend line, you can see here. So now the question is which side it will get breached. That means whether it will come down or whether it will go up. Now if it comes down, that is good for India. I am not talking about any other country. I am talking only about India. So if it comes down, our currency gets stronger or appreciated and that is good for the economy and that is good for Indian equity market as well. Now this is standing on the verge of a multi-year, that means from 2008, that means 12 years old trend line. So definitely a bounce back is going to come here. Now if it goes up, that is bad for our currency. That is bad for Indian rupee because it will get depreciated, correct? Now let us go to weekly chart. Same concept here. You can see that on the weekly chart also it is clearly visible that it is presently on the verge of this trend line. And just look at the candle, my friend. Just look at the candle here. Since March, when it touched the trend line, which is 35 years old, now it started to come down and presently for the last few weeks it has been making small candles, or you can see very small dojis, and in the last week also it has made a doji just above this line. So this, as you know, that this is a kind of a reversal pattern, but it has not yet reversed. The downward trend has not yet reversed. We need the confirmation in the coming week. But from this week, from this coming week, if it starts to go up, then my friend, that is bad for Indian rupee, and that is bad for Indian equity market too, if it goes from here on the upside again. Let us go to the daily chart. I'm deleting this arrow now. Okay, let me put the arrow, not an issue. I'm just changing the candlestick chart to line chart. I hope you have the concept of divergence. So now the beautiful thing that it has formed, I'm just showing you. Just look at it on the chart. Here you see price. Okay, let me draw the line here also on the RSI panel. Now here on the price action, you see that it is making lower lows. Price is making lower lows and RSI is making higher lows. So it is a positive divergence, my friend. So there is a very high possibility that in the coming week this dollar index is going to go up and our Indian rupee will get depreciated, and that is bad for the economy. Now let me put few more logic behind my assumption that it is going to go up and our currency will get depreciated. So this is all about dollar index that I wanted to show you. Now let me just type Euro USD. You know that Euro has the highest weightage. Euro has the highest weightage in dollar index, correct? Now let me just go to the monthly chart of Euro USD. Just let me put, yeah. So let me just change it to candlestick chart for your better understanding. Now here also you see that it is just standing on the verge of this trend line which is downward sloping. I have drawn from the high of 2008 and it is coming down, and presently in the last month or in the current month you can say it is just on the verge of this trend line, my friend. So this is how many years old, my friend? This is from 2008. That means it is 12 years old, correct? And the beautiful thing, other beautiful thing is it also has a upward sloping support line also, which starts from 2000, and in March it took support on that line and went up for the last few months. Hence dollar index came down. Let me just put a dollar index because euro and dollar is inversely correlated. Now let me just put dollar index in the lower panel, then it would be easier for you to understand. Now I am typing dollar index. I have put dollar index. Now I am changing the candle of Euro USD to this line chart. Now you see, my friend, that just on the upside, I mean on the upper panel we have the Euro USD, and on the lower panel we have the dollar index. You see the movement, it is exactly opposite, exactly the opposite. So my friend, now let me just again put dollar index out of the chart and let me come back to this Euro USD and make it candlestick chart, and then again I am trying to put RSI, that is the relative strength index. Now here you see, my friend, that this is the monthly scenario of Euro USD. And another important thing is I have also drawn one horizontal line which is yellowish in color, you can see. So many times here you see it faced resistance, here you see it faced resistance, here it faced support, here it faced support, here it faced support, here also for many months it faced resistance, and presently exactly the candle is on the convergence point of this horizontal and this downward sloping trend line, my friend. So there is a high possibility that it is going to come down in the coming week, and then again, as you have seen, that dollar index has an inversely correlation with this euro USD. So dollar index will get stronger and our currency Indian rupee will get depreciated, it will get weakened, and that is bad for our Indian equity market. Let me just put the weekly chart of this. See, on the weekly chart, you see the candle, my friend. I hope you know all the individual candlestick pattern. You see, in the last week, it has formed a shooting star exactly after an uptrend. You just see the previous scenario here. After the shooting star formed, there was also a following week when the price came down. So here again we have shooting star, and not only shooting star, but we have the convergence point of two resistance. So there is more than 90-95% probability or possibility, you can say, that in the coming weeks it is going to come down, which will trigger dollar index to go up and our currency Indian rupee will get depreciated. Now let me just show you the daily chart of this euro. So this is the daily chart of euro. Now let me change it to line chart, and you see, my friend, here I hope you know the concepts of divergence again. So I am just drawing lines with RSI and price action. So you see, price or euro made a higher high, it made a higher high, and RSI made a lower high, correct? So this is called a bearish divergence. So in the coming week, euro is going to come down, dollar index is going up, and again our own currency, that is USDINR, will get depreciated. And I have explained our currency in my previous videos. Please go through that video. I'll put the link of that video in the description box. And please don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon. And please do share it with your near and dear ones, my friends. So thanks for watching this video. I'll meet you again in the coming week. Goodbye.